Steve McMahon is yet again forced to make changes due to injuries and suspensions. Wayne O'Sullivan, Scott Leach and Gary Elkins all give way after last week's debacle at Bolton. Jason Drysdale, Kevin Watson and Steve Coe come into the starting lineup. On the bench is Steve Finney, who became a dad only last weekend, and for the first time, youngster Michael Pattymore. Lou Macari's Stoke are without the experience of Ray Wallace, but do include top scorer Mike Sheeran, who this week was the subject of a £2.5 million offer from Queen's Park Rangers. It seems only a matter of time before he moves on to higher things, though. The 11 also includes Macari's 24-year-old son Mike, an attacking midfielder. So Stoke City, who get things underway on a bright but breezy day here at the county ground. Both sides just beneath the playoff places at the moment, and it's Swindon with Wayne Allison who try and get things moving forward early on. The referee this afternoon is Mr. Barry Knight of Orpington in Kent. Brooms and Sheeran looking to try and get the ball towards goal. Kavanagh. Pickering. Plenty of blue shirts forward. He goes for a long-range shot. And a good save from Fraser Digby. Well, they were all queuing up in the middle, waiting for a cross. Pickering instead going for a shot from range. And Digby, belatedly, putting it over the top of the crossbar. McMahon with the corner, Jerry of that ilk. Former Spurs player, of course. Here he is again. Wayne Allison trying to put in the challenge. Again, they're going for a long-range shot, and again, Digby is forced to make the save. That's two in the space of a minute from Fraser Digby. And this time it was McMahon, again from around 20 yards out, through a crowded ruck of players. And once again, Digby at full stretch making the save. Sheeran, just a touch that took it away from him, and just lacking in confidence at the moment, Mike Sheeran. Hasn't scored in a number of games. Here's Robinson. Allison does well to get to that pass, and does even better to get the cross in. And Peter Thorne mightily close to giving Swindon the lead. Here's Bullock in a bit of space. Allison. Oh, great turn from Wayne Allison. Good half save by the keeper. And then he collected at the second attempt. McMahon. Well, they did keep the ball in play. This is Macari. Good looking ball for Sheeran. And Digby is there again. All simple stuff from Stoke City. The cross from Macari, one player on the back post. All just hanging in the wind there. All the players have gone too far towards the town end of the ground. Free kick taken quickly by Smith. This is Robinson. Allison and Thorne, and it'll come to Peter Thorne. Great chance, and 1-0. Wonderful strike by Peter Thorne. His 10th goal of the season. And didn't he hit it well? Well, not the classiest build-up we've seen to a Swindon Town goal this season, but certainly as far as the finish is concerned, absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Allison. A foul by Wayne Allison. And he's going to be in trouble as well. The contact was made with Justin Whittle, according to the referee. Swindon certainly claiming he's making a meal of it. Or at worst, that it was certainly accidental if any contact was made. The referee, though, having absolutely nothing of it at all. And Wayne Allison. is going to find himself the latest Swindon Town player to be given the yellow card. In fact, it's worse, it's red. Well, that's extraordinary from the referee. He claims it was a clear elbow, and Wayne Allison, who's certainly by no means a dirty player, has been sent to the tunnel in bizarre circumstances, to astonishment from all and sundry here at the county ground. A pat on the back from Steve McMahon. He certainly thinks there was not too much wrong with it. But Swindon, as they were last week, and as they have been so often this season, find themselves down to 10 men. With Beeston. Sheeran, the usual touch, it's always just drags it away from the marker. Something that Forsyth tried to do then and couldn't, and Watson is able to come away with it, and it looked like there might be a late challenge. As it is, it's a shot that is not too far wide. Coe drives down alone over on the left-hand side, and that's a good-looking ball from Watson to find him, and an early good ball from Drysdale. This is Smith looking for Peter Thorne, now Bullock, and an unbelievable pass back. Well, Muggleton does well to get rid of it. Instead it's Beeston who finds Pickering. Keane does make that run inside the penalty area. That's a good defensive work from Drysdale. Corner kick. Corner well won by Robinson. Straight back to Keane though. Setting up the chance for Beeston. Good save by Digby, because he really needed to hold on to that one. Struck like a tracer bullet from just outside the penalty area. Two players converging on it if Digby hadn't claimed it. Here's Forsyth. Culverhouse and Robinson round him, and as to free the ball to Kavanagh, but they're pressing and pressing as Swindon's defenders, forcing Stoke City back. Here though is Griffin. Again goes some range, and that's another good save. Well, that's probably Fraser Digby's best save of the game so far. Keane waits for it over on the right-hand side, and he gets it as well. Good run too from Beeston. Smith just trying to stop him from getting anywhere near a good position is Sheeran, and Bullock in the end, the man who just got the touch on it, and Fraser Digby helped it behind. It was a great run from Beeston inside the penalty area. Thought for a moment was going to be looking for a penalty, as it was. Bullock just getting the vital touch on it, and Digby helping it away. This is Beeston. Pickering making a good run on the right. It's Sheeran, and it's into the side netting. And that possibly Sheeran's best chance of the afternoon. Well, the through ball was absolutely perfect from Beeston. The run also was perfection itself. All okay, bar the finish from Sheeran. Wasted by Stoke. So they just can't afford to do it at this late stage of the game. Well, the flag surely should have gone up there. As it is, it carries on. And here's Beeston. He goes down inside the penalty area. Certainly he made a meal of that. And Swindon able to clear the ball. And Culverhouse not liking, and Brooms not liking the performance from Beeston at all. The old equity card would be in the post, I think. Beeston. Keane has it now. Pickering on his outside. Keane will search for the far post, and here comes Forsyth, and it's almost touched in by Macari. And Swindon somehow get the ball clear. Mackenzie. And again. And still Mackenzie. Well, this is a brilliant run from Mackenzie. And the shot straight at Digby. Either side, it would have been 1-1. It was a wonderful run from him. He went past defender after defender, and all it missed in the end was a half-decent shot. Pickering, Forsyth. Again, the referee looks at his watch, and that is it. And Swindon Town have recorded a quite fantastic victory here. Down to 10 men for so long in the game. Fraser Digby in particular, along with the whole of his defence, really played absolutely brilliantly. Ironically, the only player for Swindon who was signed by Lou Macari, manager of the visitors. And that really has been a memorable performance from Swindon Town this afternoon. Peter Thorne's goal giving them the 3 points with help from magnificent defensive display. Final score, Swindon Town 1, Stoke City 0.
After last week's awful time, yeah, 0 clean sheet today is a tremendous result.
Particularly the amount of pressure that you had on your goal at times.
That's right. I mean, the lads have defended superbly today. You know, it was a great all-round team performance. We had obviously after Wayne Allison was sent off, and it was backs against the wall again, and it could so easily have gone like last week. But all credit to the lads, who've done superb.
So what was the main difference, do you think? How come you've managed to survive today?
Well, I mean, everyone just tried to work for everybody else. You know, everybody put in for everything, and you know, luckily we've battled and we've done well.
Well, Russell, all things considered, quite a win that for Swindon Town.
It was. When you've got to play for about an hour with 10 men, then it's very difficult, you know. But they hung on well, soaked up a lot of pressure. And Fraser Digby, even after last weekend, he did very well, you know, and was there when needed and made some super saves.
Now, Peter Thorne's turned down a new contract with Swindon, so some dispute there, but no questioning his attitude, and he got the goal that proved to be the winner.
Yeah, he did. It was a very good finish, actually. But I think this has also got a bit to do with what eventually happens in the sending off. If you see Whittle is climbing all over Wayne Allison there, you know, but Thorne's very sharp on the half chance. I don't know what the referee would have given if the goal hadn't have gone in, but Thorne takes his chance very well and bears it in the back of the net.
But you're saying that's perhaps where the niggle started, really, between the two players?
Yeah, I think there's that incident, and we saw another one on the touchline later on, you know, and then the third one that we might see in a minute, you know, was really what caused the sending off.
Cumulative effect then, and obviously Allison sort of took it into his own hands, almost quite literally.
Yeah, it was. Wayne's a big, strong lad, and I think by this time, you know, the fellow's been grappling him and pulling him and climbing all over him, and I don't particularly think Wayne would mean to like elbow him in the face, but I think he's just shrugging back with his arms, and I think he's caught him flush on the end of the chin with an elbow, and he's gone down like a poleaxe boxer, hasn't he? I think his legs went. But it's one of those things, I think Wayne has just got a bit frustrated with the fella pulling him and tugging him and climbing all over him, you know, and in his frustrations, you know, he's swung a bit of an arm backwards, you know, but he must have hit him flush on the end of the chin.
To be fair for Swindon, I mean, the 10 men really defended well. When you consider 10 men were annihilated at Bolton last week, this time they hung on really well. And perhaps the only shout for Stoke was a possible penalty some stage in the second half.
Yeah, maybe late on, but I think Swindon are having plenty of practice of playing with 10 men, so maybe they're getting used to it now. But here the fella has a little tug at him, you know, and I'm not sure whether he treads on the back of his foot or something going through, but Beeston's got into a good position here, and there's no need for him to go down. There's a little push and a little shove and a tangle of legs, and as many times we'll see those given during the season, isn't there? Yeah,
that's right. I mean, it really does. Some referees give them, some don't.
Yep.
If we can look at the top of Division 1 now with Swindon Town, I mean, they're not out of it yet, are they? They might still sneak into those playoffs.
No, they're not. They've had their bad run earlier on in the year, you know, and if they can get some good performances between now and the end of the year, there's still a lot of points to play for, you know, maybe 30-odd points still to play for there, and if they can pick the majority of those up, then they'll be back in the playoffs.
Possibly the biggest problem for Swindon is the suspensions that they're accumulating.
Well, it will be, you know, the way they've been going on, so let's forget about that bit. That's a bad point of it.
OK, thanks, Russell.